Hi from Germany.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm so good. I get to chat with y'all today. I'm so excited.
I have to say, I've actually never Instagram Live before, so this is like very new to me.
Oh my gosh, it's a
So thank
first.
you for this is a first. I've never done it, so
Oh my
here we
gosh.
are.
Well, welcome, welcome. There's nothing to fear. Like, it's a safe space. Sometimes things can go wrong, but we embrace it. We don't
We do,
care. It's like,
yes.
right?
I'm just impressed that I actually got in. Like, I didn't think that I was gonna make it into the
Into the
live
chat.
streaming. Yeah, this is. I'm feeling very like proud of myself right now.
Well, you should be.
I'm also
You should
backing up because
be.
it's making me seem much closer than I actually am. So, also, hi
No, it
everyone.
looks great. Your framing is fabulous.
Okay,
You
good.
did
Thank
get
you.
it so fast. I was like, oh hey, let's do this.
I know. I really expected like a malfunction, so I'm feeling I'm really really happy that this is all working out now.
Oh
I
my
also
gosh,
know
fabulous.
I also came in early because I was like, I know there's gonna be something wrong. Like this happens every time I get on Zoom. So like anytime I have to do a Zoom call, like I'm like 10 minutes behind everyone, but I was trying to get in 10 minutes early and it's just a big. So
You did good. You did so good.
Thank you.
You did so good.
Where are you located right now?
I'm in LA. Where are you?
Me too. Did you hear the crazy thunderstorms last night?
Okay, so I didn't hear it. I was like zonked out. I was in a very deep slumber, but when I
Good for
woke
you.
up, my husband was told me about them, and I was like, I was kind of bummed that I missed them because I sort
no.
of love a thunderstorm.
I do too. So I'm from Alabama, and we have like hurricane season. We have tornadoes, and I mean it's always storming, and it's kind of like it's
It's
a homey
cozy.
feeling for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I feel the
wasn't
same
even
way.
mad.
I'm from the East Coast, so like
There you go.
yeah, it's like there's something so comforting about it, and yeah, I'm
I
so
agree.
bummed I missed it. Ugh.
Well, I was just sitting outside because I was going to
Ooh.
I was like having my morning coffee like outside and I was gonna do this out there, but then it started thundering again. And I was like, oh my God, like I'm gonna get struck by lightning during Instagram Live. I gotta
Oh my
get
God,
inside.
no.
Which is why I'm also like sweaty right now because I was just out, like, very like warm in this moment.
I would say you have like a cute little glow going on.
Okay,
That's
thank you. I know
that's how
it was intentional.
it looks great. You look very fresh.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna make sure that we're not like ignoring Imani. Let's
Yeah,
see.
I hope that we haven't like missed.
That's what sometimes happens because I'm like a big chatter. I could just like chat forever,
ditto,
and then I'm like,
ditto.
oh no, she's not. Wait, oh my gosh, she's here. Amazing.
She's like, all right, guys, shut up. Let me in.
Enough with the thunderstorm. Let me
Yeah.
in. All right, let's see if that. Yes.
Hi! Hi, hello!
Oh my gosh, welcome, Imani. How are
Thank
you?
you. I'm so good. I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh, look at Sarah Catherine. She's so excited too.
Of course, we're both wearing black right now.
Of
I don't
course,
know.
it would only
Like,
be right.
we always somehow coordinate without knowing. We just.
Oh, I love that. That's really
Crazy.
cute. I went with like red. I thought it was like kind of on theme. I don't know.
No,
Oh, it's
you did
beautiful.
well. It's actually working with because you also have a little bit of black in there, so it's like it's.
That's
I feel like
true.
we have a thing going on here.
That's
Good.
true. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is so exciting. I just want to say congratulations. A huge congratulations on all the love,
Thank
the
you.
success. Like, let's just start there. How does it feel? Like, truly, because how are you feeling?
I mean, Imani.
Grateful. I'm so grateful and I'm so
No,
excited. And I'm just so happy about like the outpouring of just love and support that First Kill has been getting. It's the messages, the fan art, all of it. It's just so wonderful. And just hearing the stories that people tell us about their feelings about the show and how they feel so seen when they see the show. It's all so awesome.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Oh, some light just came on. I'm just honored, thankful, grateful. I just am so overwhelmed with gratitude and have just been loving seeing the response from everyone about the show. It seems like it's just it was like perfect. We needed this show to happen, and people are like, thank you that finally we have this, and it's just really cool to be a part of that.
Yeah, it's magical. It truly is. I mean, it's touched so many people around the world.
Yeah.
It's like, and I just feel so happy for y'all that you get to experience that sort of magic and being a part of that, touching so many people's lives. I mean, there's nothing better. That's why we create stories. That's why stories are created, right?
True. Totally.
So
I know. Now I'm like, I don't want to do anything that isn't meaningful ever again.
Right.
Or impactful.
Yeah, you know how it feels. It's like, you know, creating art, acting, plus like making an impact and inspiring others. It's like the trifecta. It feels so good.
It does.
Oh my
So
goodness.
good.
Well, speaking of first, I want to know, let's take it back. I would love to know when y'all both first fell in love with storytelling. Was there a moment when you were younger? Was there a movie or a TV show or a performance that really like connected you with the love with storytelling?
Oh, I love this. Do you have anything, Imani?
That made me fall in love with storytelling. You know what? I saw I saw The Lion King like the actual like live performance of it, but it made me feel like, wow, like, okay, I understand this story so much different now. You know, when like the characters are like running down the aisles and like you see them so much closer to you and you feel them closer to you, that, and like I think it was like it started in theater, like being able to like physically see it and like seeing the wonder of like watching like Mary Poppins and seeing and that being a kid and being like, how was this umbrella just lifting her into the sky? You know what I mean? Like, I think that's when I really fell in love with storytelling. I feel like I grew a different kind of understanding for things like The Lion King or just stories when I saw them like performed, like not like through animation but through actual people. You know what I mean? And like costume, and it made me appreciate like wardrobe and costuming and how that can really make a story come to life.
Oh,
Totally.
absolutely. I had a very similar experience when I was younger. It was, for me, it was through like community theater, like really having that aha moment of like, oh, this is impactful. Like I can feel the energy of the whole audience and the people around me. And we're all connecting through the same emotions through watching these performances. What about you, Sarah Catherine?
I mean, similarly, like I've always loved theater, but I will say when I was really young, like I was obsessed with movies. Like I just loved going to the movie theater, and I think that there was something so magical about it. And I've like ever since I was really little, like I know I've always wanted to be an actress, and I think it really was just the experience of going to the movie theater. And then we also had a really beautiful theater festival in Montgomery, where I'm from, called the Alabama Shakespeare Festival. And I had the privilege of being able to go see those shows like through my school and stuff, and then sometimes getting to perform in them and go to like Shakespeare camp. So I was so fortunate to have that and just to be exposed to art in that kind of way. Like I didn't really realize how lucky I was, because there are so many towns that don't really have like theaters that they can go to, or even probably like movie theaters too. Like you have to go to another town to go see a movie at the cinema. So I would say both theater and movies, but for a long time I've always wanted to be a part of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think like you're bringing up a really important topic, which is the importance of like arts and art education in our hometowns, and it was so sad seeing a lot of theaters close during the pandemic, because it truly can be like an oasis or like a safe space for so many young people.
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's get into it. First kill. All right. You know, Sarah Catherine, you play Juliet, the legacy vampire. Imani, you play Calliope, aka Cal, the monster hunter. Star-crossed lovers. We love. Speaking of Shakespeare, it's Shakespeare.
It's Romeo and Juliet.
It is.
I mean, what's more beautiful than that? Modern day Shakespeare. How does the series explore? Because I think for me, the biggest lesson, which is still such an important one to learn, is not to judge a book by its cover. And not only to not judge a book by its cover, but the dangers that come from that. And how the smallest little judgment can create a ripple effect that, you know, can really cause problems. Can y'all speak to that?
Totally. I mean, I would say that goes both for Juliet and Calliope. I mean, I know Calliope is like straight up, you are a monster. Like totally disregarding like the fact that she's like to school with this girl and like she's 16, looks like a 16-year-old. But I would say for both like the vampires and the monster hunters, like especially in the families, like we just see them as one thing, not as people with real, like with other lives, like outside of like their biology or their calling, you know?
Right.
So yeah, I don't know. It's interesting that there is that parallel between both families. And then of course it causes the love story between both Juliet and Calliope then causes all the chaos.
I agree. I feel the same way. I think we see a lot of that when we just see like it's in both of their lineages, you know, like all it took was for one idea to be like considered like the truth that, you know, these are monsters, this is what we consider monsters, and that's that. And an entire guild, an entire organization was built from that. And vice versa, you know, like I feel like it was also a thing for like legacy vampires, like hunters, you know, there are people in this world that don't understand us and don't understand that this is our legacy and this is who we are. And you need to protect yourself from those. And we need to honor, we need to celebrate our legacy and celebrate our heritage. So I think it is, like Sarah Catherine said, it is a very interesting like parallel, especially when we see like this cross love with Juliet and Calliope. I think it sparks something so interesting and so cool.
Yeah, it really is like a ripple effect, and we start to see how it affects the family, affects the friends, and the community. And I think that they spark something. They have this beautiful connection right off the bat. I mean, I think my favorite scene still, I mean, I binged the series in like 2 days, so it's like, you know, when you do that, it all blends into one because you're just like non-stop thinking about it.
One giant episode.
My favorite scene was with the bumblebee. Because I think that, first of all, y'all acted so beautifully in that scene too. There was so much in the silence, and which is, you know, as we know, as an actor, that's where all the like that's
where the juice
right
is.
There. Yeah, like that exchange between y'all is just so beautiful, and that's where we see it. We see that like this is going to be a love that is going to have to fight. This is a love that's gonna go through it, but we all kind of have faith in that moment because you can see that connection right away. And it's so inspiring. And it's like what we got to remember at the end of the day, like we all battle our own monsters. We all feel like monsters sometimes, but at the root of it, you got to find the love and you got to hold on to the love.
Right.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, so good.
I love it. I'm so glad that was your favorite scene. It's a really special scene to us, and like we had a lot of practice with that one. Obviously,
a lot.
One of our audition scenes. But you're so right. Like in those little moments, like they said so much. Especially like I find like Cal's side of it so interesting because it's kind of like, especially in the beginning, you don't really know what she's thinking, but she's kind of calculating, like figuring out who this girl is while also like kind of finding her a little bit adorable at the same time. So there is a lot of like mixed messages in there, but it definitely is, I would say, the starting point of their relationship, which totally does make it so special. So I'm so glad that one stood out to you so much.
I loved it. And I think too there's like a beautiful allegory there with like the bee, right? Because our instinct is to like swat at a bee or to run away from a bee, and really it's like they never really sting us, right? I mean, it's like, don't they always say that? I mean, my husband always makes fun of me when I like run away from a bee, but he's like, it's not gonna sting you unless you provoke it.
Exactly.
But that's kind of like, you know,
bee, by the way, we used a real bee.
You did.
You did.
Are there like bee wranglers?
It was like a bee, like I don't know what I guess it was a bee wrangler or something like that. But he brought a bee to set that he trained.
That is amazing.
Yeah. So
wow. Wow, I love that so much. I mean, we're kind of speaking to this, but there's so many beautiful lessons about love, about family, about friendship. There's also beautiful lessons about friendship in this series. But you know, what is like do y'all have a number one thing that you really hope audiences get out of the series? That, you know, if you could pick like one thing that you really hope audiences connect to, what would that be?
I think I would say, well, I think if I can speak for everyone, I think our biggest goal is for people to feel seen and to feel represented and to feel heard, or to see bits of themselves or their stories in these characters. Or even if they don't see bits of themselves in these characters, to see some kind of light of like hope. You know what I mean? And I think it's important that we see stories where queer characters, that's not like their plot, like that's not their entire story, you know, and they're from a family that normalizes and celebrates that about them. So that's something I definitely really, really hope that audiences take from it. But I feel like they're equal to me.
I know there's so many.
There's so many lessons.
Yeah, there's so many. I feel like,
but I think that's beautifully said. I mean, I think that's lovely. I mean, I think that, and I think that is a lot of the reasons why so many people, like I said, globally are connecting with this so much and are feeling seen. It's not a coming out story. It's
exactly.
not, it's the norm, and it's this world in which it is the norm, and it's beautiful and it's celebrated, and like it's, yeah, it was lovely. Thank you for that. I also want to know, I know, we're hoping, we're praying, we're putting out all the vibes, because I know we're going to get a season 2. Like, I mean, how could we not get a season 2? That would be cruel, first of all. But when we get a season 2, because I'm going to say when we,
because of,
what do y'all want to explore with your characters? What are you most looking forward to exploring? Like, maybe on like a character development like line, not plot, because we can't talk about plot, but like
too much plot. There's too much.
Let's not
we
get
have to
into
start
that.
with our characters.
Let's just talk about like internally. What do y'all want to explore the most with these beautiful characters?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I know what I want, but if you wanted to go first, Imani, I don't care.
Sure.
Go ahead, Sarah Catherine. Or
yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay. We're just 3 polite ladies. Like
polite ladies, passing the torch. Well, I know I definitely want, I've been saying this a lot. I definitely want Juliet to have a dark moment.
Ooh.
It doesn't have to be forever. It's just for a little bit. Like she's really heartbroken. She's going through it. I think she in my vision for Juliet's dark side is taking over like the Eleanor prototype.
Ooh.
And like kind of turning into scary Southern Barbie a little bit there for a second. Just kind of really like, okay, you all wanted me. You're like, sure, I'll be the monster that you all be, and just kind of, she doesn't have to necessarily embrace it, but just kind of play with it for a little bit. And then I imagine either Ben or Cal, hopefully Cal, will be like, this isn't you, and then we'll come bring her back to who she really is, and then they can all live happily ever after, something. That's just where I'm.
But how relatable though, like how relatable. It's like when we do get our hearts broken, we do become little monsters sometimes.
And that's like
we
our villain origin
ourselves, and we forget that how our heartbreak and our hurt is affecting those around us, and I can totally see that happening.
Yeah,
I could even see like Eleanor pulling her out, like weird twist. I could see that.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That's good.
Yeah.
Because she kind of, because Eleanor knows her limits at least, and she knows she's skilled with her killing, I guess. Whereas Juliet will probably just be a little bit reckless. So I mean, watch this not happen at all. Like, I've been telling everyone like I want dark Juliet. And
Juliet's like the
we don't think
sweetest.
she's ready for that. But I'm just putting it out there. To all the writers who are listening.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Imani, what about you?
Oh, I feel like kind of a similar way. I feel like I want to see Cal be the monster hunter that she's like always known that she was. You know what I mean? Like I feel like the interesting like story about the Burns is each character in the Burns family, they're not just doing these missions to do them. Like they have some kind of emotional reason why they go on these missions and why it's so serious to them, Theo and what happened to his mom and things like that. So I think now she has that reason, because of what happened to her brother and what's happening to her family. Yeah. So I think I can see that driving her into like full-fledged Blade Runner, just crazy. You know what I mean? Like she's gonna train harder than her brothers ever could. I think she's like, it's almost like she'll like, we almost see like, oh God, Cal, are you okay? Like she really starts like, she was so adamant about her first kill. Now she takes pride in the tallies and like adding to her mark on her arm. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I also feel like I'd like to see that for both characters, because I feel like, I don't know, I think it'd be interesting to see them almost impressed with each other at that way. Like a little
competitive almost. Like a little competitive.
Yeah. I think it would just make it more intense.
Yes, there definitely need to be some like sexy fight scenes between the
That's
two
what
of
I
them.
want to see. That's what I want to see.
Yes.
I could see that.
love
That
that.
and I think, well, I would definitely want to see like what other like monsters we see in, you know, another season, like, because I feel like we see a couple, but it'd be interesting to see some more that we don't usually see. But I think above all, like, I think on an emotional level, I want to see a version of Cal that doesn't feel like she needs that validation from her family.
Yeah.
You know, I want to see a Cal that's completely like sure of self and who her identity is, and not just because she's a part of the Burns family. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah.
I really love that. Absolutely. And I mean, I think she's going to be busy. We see all those monsters at the end of season 1.
Gonna be really busy.
We're really busy. And I can see, oh my gosh, there's so many ways that this could go. Like, I could see Juliet, like, fighting off monsters as well. And they're like, again, they get competitive. And then we have that, like, sexy sexual tension fight scene.
Yeah.
That's just so bad. I mean, like, Imani, your fight scene, like, you are so... I mean, so athletic and like strong.
Thank
You're
you.
so strong in this series.
Thank you.
It's like so inspiring. I was just like,
Thank you.
like, damn, I need to do like kickboxing. I was like, get up on off your ass, Meg. Like, let's go. Oh my gosh. Well, y'all are so lovely. This has been so fun. Thank you so much for joining me today.
So much fun,
Thank
of
you.
course.
This Imani, was this your first Instagram live ever? Or have you done Instagram live?
I've been on live, but never like with another person. I've never like paired like this. So at first I was like freaking out, like, oh, how do I do this? How do I do it? But no, this was really cool.
Same. Yeah,
we did well. Like everyone's
we did really well.
Great. Like I don't know, we got lucky.
Yeah.
I was really nervous. I mean, I already told Meg this, Imani, but I was really scared I wasn't going to be able to get in. And so I came in early and was like, just gotta make sure I'm not like super late like I usually am. So anyway.
Same.
Oh my gosh. Well, y'all will have to come back when season 2 comes out, and but this was really lovely. Again, thank you so much. Season 1, first kill, binge it if you haven't already. I'm sure like everyone here has watched it like 5 times, but maybe watch it for a 6th time. I don't know. I mean, it's incredible. But have a lovely rest of your day, and thank you.
You too.
Thank you.
Love.
Bye, Meg.
Bye.
Bye.